Hello, it is Friday, September 15th, 2023. I'm Chris Bremo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Friday crossword today, which means the first of two themeless puzzles for the week. And it also might mean it's tricky and full of misdirection. I hope it's not too packed with those things because I'm, in fact, recording this late at night. I'm recording this on the eve of Friday, September 15th, 2023, because I don't think I'm going to have time tomorrow morning to record it. So I want to make sure I can get it in. But that does mean I'm feeling not 100%, I don't know, at peak mental aptitude. So we'll see if I can manage this themeless solve. In any case, this potentially devious edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by David Innes, Josh Lucas, Alex, and as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do sustain this channel. They keep this series going. I'm so appreciative of them, and I'm very appreciative also for the contributions of everybody who is a patron of the Daily Solve. Thank you if you are. Thank you to everybody who is. And if you'd like to become a patron and support the channel in that way, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field. There, of course, you can find the bonus videos available to patrons, as well as the official Let's Check the Crosses mug for benefactors. I probably will be I might be a couple of days late, actually, with this week's weekly Friday mini puzzle pseudo speed solve. So I will post it, but I might need a couple of days to find the time to get to it. In any case, do enjoy those bonus videos if you're a patron. All right, please do also subscribe to the channel on YouTube. That's a big help. And finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server. You can join that in a description field link as well. All right, all of those things said, let's not waste any more time. Let's not give my brain more time to slowly fall asleep. This is, I believe, a double debut by David A. Rubin and Lee Demertzis. So welcome to the two of them. Let's see what they've got in store for us with this Friday construction. It looks like a very open, airy grid based on what we can see through the gauzy privacy veil here. So that might bode ill for me, but we'll just have to find out. Let's start solving. Oh, it was edited, of course, as always, by Will Shorts. Can't decline to mention that. Oh, wow, this really is a very airy, open grid. Interesting. Okay. So, well, let's just get going. Sick, I don't know. It could be... I mean, the thing is, even in an exclamation like this, sick could mean something good or something bad. So I'm not even sure. Badger could be the animal, could mean to badger somebody, to hound them, to harass them. I'm going to try harass because that's what sort of badgering the witness sort of thing is. Over my dead body. It's going to say hell no, but nah? I don't know. That's much too much of a guess. Let's keep looking. 8+ for Yahtzee. I don't know. I mean, I've probably played Yahtzee in my life, but it would have been a very long time ago, and I don't really remember anything about it. Rank. A roll or reek, maybe? A smell? It doesn't really fit. What about this? Flour used in Indian cuisine. Atta. Pretty sure about that one. Editor's note. Yeah, okay, good. This bodes well for harass. So it's my second bode tonight. Anyway, editor's note could be stet. So it means, I've marked this for deletion. I changed my mind. Never mind stet. Ignore the proofreading mark that I had written. Early 2000s outbreak. SARS. There we go. Okay. So this is looking good in this corner. This was a good corner to start with. Sales event? Oh, I see. As in, right, it's playing on the idea of a sales event. It's sort of at a retail store, things being on sale. But in this case, it refers to sailing ships. So it could be a regatta, a sailing race. And rank, rate? Oh, yes, okay, there we go. We're using this as a verb. To rank things would be to rate them. There we have it. So what about this? 8+ for Yahtzee. Yeah, I'm still not sure what this is. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look over here, over my dead body. Okay, well, yeah, could still work. DMV issuance. So DMV in most U.S. states, but not all, is the organization that issues driver's licenses, and it stands for the Department of Motor Vehicles. What would they issue? I I don't know. I'm sure it'll be very obvious once we have it in the grid. eBay feature, something, some sort of letter, setter, getter. I don't know that either. Pair for each state. Pair for each state. Oh, this is not going well, is it? my fears about my abilities at this hour. Boxing ringers. Boxing ringers. Ropes, as in they ring the parameter of the boxing ring, maybe? Epitome of smoothness. Smooth as silk would be sort of an epitome of smoothness. I have no idea if ropes is correct, unfortunately. It probably does end with an S. Over my dead body. I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's going to go well. Some complainers in modern lingo. Haters? That's fairly modern. Where many video calls are taken. Where many video calls are taken. Where? I don't know. One's bedroom, maybe, or working from home. The bath? That doesn't seem likely at all. It would fit, but I don't think that's true. Let's see. Might be an interesting place to take a video call. Pair for each state. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Boxing ringers. Creature prized for its long legs. Prized for its long leg. Maybe a sort of greyhound or a racing dog of some sort. I don't know. That's a complete wild stab. Some basketball venues or players. Some basketball venues or players. I don't know why I think I would know this. Let's make a deal option. You know what? I've actually never seen. I've never seen Let's Make a Deal. Is this one of the ones that has doors in it? Maybe. I don't know. It could be door number, some door 1, 2, 1 or 2 maybe. Does that work? DMV issuance. This one feels like I should have been able to just instantly get it in there. It's infuriating. What about this? Over my dead body. Hells no? I mean, I have heard that said. Is it common enough that I think it's likely to be in the crossword? I don't know. eBay feature. eBay, some sort of plotter? Pair for each state. Oh, senates. Senators. There are 2 U.S. senators for every U.S. state. So, senatorial seats? That would make haters incorrect, which is fine. I wasn't certain about that anyway. Okay, great. So, DMV issuance is a road ID? Never really heard of that. It's probably not the answer. Epitome of smoothness. Oh, maybe it is silk then. That's what I said, but I didn't put it in because I had something else crossing it. Erroneously, hopefully. Boxing ringers. Yeah, I'm still not sure what that is. But now I do have some crosses over in this section, so that could be helpful. Setting in a Spike Lee film. Well, that's pretty vague. I mean, he's made quite a few films. Is there a reason one would be overwhelmingly obvious? I don't know. I mean, I've seen a number of Spike Lee films. I'm not sure. Midwest tribe. Oto or Cree? Something that people like to see break. People like to see break. Down. I don't know why you'd like that. I can't think of this either. Old settings for tragedies. Fora? I mean, sort of Roman forum, that sort of thing? I don't necessarily think this is correct. Oh, maybe this is where it was performed. Maybe they mean where it's performed. Sick. Where many video calls are taken. eBay feature. No, I was going to say newsletter. That doesn't fit. It looks like something letter, doesn't it? What was 8 down again? I don't actually remember. 8 plus for Yahtzee. Ages? What would this be? This is a catastrophe. I'm not getting anywhere. Creature prized for its long legs. I don't know. Okay, film character who debuted in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Oh, this is the Tyler Perry character, Medea, who I don't think is spelled like the Greek character. I think her name might be Madea rather than Medea. Let's see if that helps me with anything. Tops. If so, this could be an adjective or it could be a plural noun, because you could describe something as tops. In other words, it's great, it's the best. But it also could just be lids, lids or tops or covers, or the toy tops. It could be many things. You could tops somebody as in one-ups them. So it could be a verb as well. Pick up. I don't know. Blank Day, winner of a Best Actress Golden Globe for the United States versus Billie Holiday. I don't know, I haven't seen this. All sizzle and no steak? I know I've heard this phrase. I'm not sure if I'm correctly remembering it, but it might be that. Does that help me with anything? Some basketball venues are players. Yeah, I don't know about that. Not stop with one or two, say. To not stop with one or two is to have three. I don't know. Contents of a list maybe. Used a lever on. You forced or you prized or not long enough. You wedged. None of these sounds great, but none of them is long enough anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, backstabber. Oh boy, I don't know. Backstabber. Philanthropist George Soros, maybe, in 5 letters. LCD component, liquid crystal display. There we go. Hairnets are, I'm sure I know this. I just can't think. It's not going to be caps, anything. They're smart these days. Smart TVs, smart alarms, smart thermostats, phones. Why was that not literally the first thing I said? This is not a good time for me to be solving crosswords. Used a lever on is plied, prized, pride, okay. Magic 8-ball response. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen one of these in many years. Yeah, I don't know. They're all just ways of saying yes, no, or I don't know. But I don't remember any of the specifics. Draft announcement. Question mark. So, question mark. Is it because it's dealing with a wind or something? It's presumably it's not referring to a sports team or military draft. Presumably it's referring to something else, which is hence the question mark, but I'm not sure what it is. Could be wind, could be, I don't know, beer on tap or something. Instruments made from gourds are I'm sure I'll know this too when I see it. It probably ends with an S. As does hairnuts, right? Okay, so plant pores are something, and furtive is sneaky, maybe? Let's look at the crosses there. Video game series with Spa Day and Jungle Adventure expansion packs with the... I don't know either of those, but given the 4 letters ending with an S, my guess would be The Sims, the sort of social simulation / builder game. Volunteers response, I'm in. You're volunteering, you say yes. Richard of Hollywood. Richard, not sure offhand. Magic 8-ball response. Signs point to either yes or no. Signs point to yes. There we go. That's the one that fits. Good. I'm glad yes and no have different letter counts for the purpose of this answer. Outside of the context of that answer, I don't really care about how their letter counts. Draft announcement. I don't know. Draft. Could also be sort of drafting in the sense of illustration. I don't know. Richard Gere of Hollywood, of course. There we go. He's the actor. Sports organization headquarters in Indianapolis. The NCAA, the Collegiate Sports sort of Authority. Oh, maracas are made from gourds. There we go. You shake them. Okay. Yes, indeed. In fact, I believe I have maracas made out of gourds, or at least they're meant to look like they are. I think they are. They seem like they would be. Draft announcement. I'm... I don't see what this is. What about this one? Darn it. Okay, so I haven't seen one of these in at least, I don't know, a week maybe. When you have a clue like this with an exclamation point, but it's not being surrounded by quotation marks, like we had up in one across. Now this, sick, in the quotation marks means, this is something verbal, so we're going to replace it with something that you would also exclaim that means the same thing. Down here, it's funny, this looks like it could be the word sick, but it isn't. Because when we have this exclamation point clue without the quotation marks, it means it's not something you say, it's something that the crossword is sort of saying about the answer. So in this case, the answer is sock, because you could darn a sock. You could repair a sock. So darn it, the thing that is being darned is the sock. There we go. Here we have hairnets are, I'm sure I know this and I just can't think of it. Very frustrating. Newspaper nickname, Trib. That's so there are various newspapers, the usually city name Tribune, such as the Chicago Tribune is a famous one, with the nickname the Trib. So pretty sure that's what that is. Cold beer? Sims? I'm in. All my crosses look reasonable, but I just can't see what this would be. Sorry, I probably have something wrong and I'm just not identifying it. Okay, oops. Blank for anger. Sorry, for anger blank in the bosom of fools. Ecclesiastes. For anger, dost something in the bosom of fools? Dost lie? For anger, dost lie in the bosom of fools. There we go. That sounds plausible. Plant pores. I'm sure I know this as well. Can't think. I don't know. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Doesn't let a peep out of. Here we have slacks informally. Trow for trousers. Blank law. Oral law. 1L law students. I don't think it's that. Sure thing. Yeah, yep. Yeah, would fit. What about this down here? This is sort of intriguing. Doesn't let a peep out of. I don't know what that is. Plant pores. Okay, I feel like I have something wrong over here as well. Maybe the dost lie is incorrect. We'll find out eventually. One named designer born Romain de Tirtoff. One named designer. Erte? Large amounts. Well, it's going to end with an S, so it's not scads. Draft announcement. What on earth is this? I can't believe I can't see it with this many crosses. I must have something wrong. Maybe this one is incorrect after all. Plant pores. Oh, this doesn't look good either. Used a lever on. Right, okay. I suppose so. For anger, maybe it ends with ETH. For anger, resteth. That sounds plausible to me. For anger resteth in the bosom of fools. I mean, it has essentially the same underlying meaning as what I said, but it's more correct, presumably. This does look like cold beer, doesn't it? Draft announcement. I have something at the beginning wrong. We'll have to figure that out. Doesn't let it peep out of. Hushes. Right, okay. So she hushed him. She doesn't let it peep, hushes him, doesn't let it peep out of him. Sure thing does look like, yeah, doesn't it? Seems like a sure thing at this point. Plant pores. Oh, stomata. That rings a bell to me. Large amounts. Seas. Yes, okay, as in oceans of something. Ohm's law. Right, okay. That is something I've not heard for a very long time, and I don't really remember what it is, but it is some kind of scientific principle, some kind of physics principle. Okay. I mean, I see the cold beer here part of the draft announcement. Now, what comes before it? I've cold beer here? I have, that doesn't seem right. Me, cold, okay. I don't, oh, maracas is incorrectly spelled. Oh, this whole thing is wrong. Sorry. I can. Ice cold beer here. I'm very sorry. This is, this is a catastrophe. Okay, well, there we go. I think that bottom sort of third of the grid is all right now. Okay, anyway, what can we do with what we've solved so far? Hairnets. Oh, snoods. I do know that word. A snood is a hairnet. Fairly certain that's correct. Contents of a kit. No, it doesn't say kit, it says list. I need to read the more legible one over there. Contents of a list, maybe. Not sure. Used a lever on. Pressed. I still can't see what this is. It probably ends in ED. Breed of cattle. Angus is a breed of cattle. Hereford. Are those? Yeah, those are breeds of cattle. What else? Jersey. I don't know. I don't really know all that much about cattle. I can't really think of very many more. Roadrunners sounds. Oh, meeps. Okay, right. This ends with an ED. It'll end with a UP, presumably. Oh, so that would make this Angus, right? The reason I say that, sorry, is because I saw Roadrunner sound. The Roadrunner in the cartoons goes meep, meep. So that means this clue would end with a P. If you used a lever on something, you would something up it. So I figured it'll be something to up. And then that's why I put those in there. I was sort of getting a bit ahead of myself. Anyway, I think that's probably correct now. So used a lever on pried up. Risk it all, say. Go big in a bet, maybe at a casino or any other sort of metaphorical way to bet at all. Announcer of you're a crier. Oh, right. Okay. That was in today's plus word as well, which I solved immediately before turning this on. That's a funny coincidence. Not stop with one or two, say. To binge, maybe. Oh, television episodes. You could binge other things, but that's become, in recent years, I think probably the most commonly deployed sense. Let's make a deal. It was Doors. Okay, I was right about that. I must have seen, I don't know, an ad for that or something many years ago. Wrestler Rousey. Rhonda might fit. Snake in the Grass is a backstabber. There we go. Okay, good. This puzzle's coming together. Relieved about that, I have to say. So this is Rhonda. Here we have creature prized for its long legs. Crab, it probably ends with. Oh, it's not meeps, it's beep. Right, okay. In my memory, the Roadrunner sort of went meep, meep, but I guess it's beep, maybe? Or maybe it says meep, but it's sort of, that's described as a beep. I don't know. In any case, I suppose that's the answer we're looking for. So something king crab. I'm sure I'll know this when I see it, but I'm not sure offhand. Tops. Yeah, I don't know. Pick up. Earn or gain. Those would both need the first letter to be gone. First cell, I should say. Pick up. Yeah, I'm not sure. Blank day. Lydia? I don't know. Is that possible? Contents of a list. Maybe just going to put this in just so I can look at it. Contents of a list, maybe. Could be, but I'm not certain. What about this? Some basketball venues or players. Is it referring to a sort of role you'd play on a team, or a team name, maybe? It probably is, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Now I'm going to have to start contending with these things I've already seen. Oh, no, I haven't quite exhausted my new clues. The Family Circus cartoonist is Bill Keane, I think? And, okay, now I think I've exhausted all the clues. Okay, yes. Oh, Alaska. Oh, but that K was incredibly useful because it gives me Alaskan king crab, which indeed I have heard of, and I'm sure I've consumed at some point in my life. Tops. I don't know. Pick up, learn. Oh, you pick something up, you learn it. Right, I've had to do that while solving this puzzle. Okay, this is not Lydia. Andea. What? This looks like what? What does it look like? Contents of a list, maybe. Strands doesn't fit. What was this again? So, oh, this is that basketball player thing. Netters? Doesn't really sound like anything. I'm sure this is going to be a team name. I wish I knew it. Tops. Oh, this is the toughest time I've had solving a crossword in a while. DMV issuance. Real ID, right? Okay, this is tough if you've. I mean, sometimes I refer to having a U.S. cultural context. The problem with this is that it's a fairly recent thing that never applied to me at the time I was living in the U.S., but I know of its existence. Real ID is some sort of new set of standards that are being applied to various forms of identification, I think, maybe including driver's license, and you need them for certain kinds of travel, maybe. I don't know. I think it's a set of standards that ensures a particular identification document, such as a card, is more impervious to counterfeiting or something. I don't know, or security concerns in some broader sense. Anyway, real ID. That is what that is. Boxing ringers. Cells, balls, walls, bills, tills. Yeah, I don't know what this is, sorry. Some complainers in modern lingo, right, they're not haters, okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Subject, oh no, here's one I haven't seen. Subject of the Netflix series Narcos. Yeah, I haven't seen this though. So unfortunately, it's a new clue, but it isn't one that particularly helps me. The drug war or something, maybe? Does that help at all? Boxing ringers. Walls? Do they call the ropes walls? I don't know. Does that, if I put in war, does that help me with anything? Some basketball venues or players. Oh no, well that's not helpful. Because, I mean, getting this letter is just going to sort of wall in this part of this little corner of the grid. I won't have any more help. I don't really know what I'm going to do about this. Okay. I feel like I'm solving I'm having the experience I've sort of had solving a Bosswords. If you've ever watched any of my, I can't even think of words anymore, Patreon videos where I used to solve these difficult competition puzzles called Bosswords. Actually, I think one of those is coming up. I think the next Bosswords fall themeless series is releasing soon. So actually I should get back into that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted because I can't think of any answers. Some complainers in modern lingo are... What are they? Who are the complainers? I don't know. Okay, subject of Narcos. I think it probably does end with war. I mean, I already thought R was a fairly likely conclusion to this, but I don't... Beyond that, I don't know. Blank day, winner... Yeah. It looks like it's Aldea or Andea or something like that. So then if this were an E, contents of a list, maybe. I can't believe how tricky I'm finding this. What else can I put in the grid? What have I not looked at recently? This 4 was probably not necessarily correct. I kind of put that in early on and never really rethought it. Where many video calls are taken. Oh, I know what these are. These are Karens. Sort of people who, in the kind of meme, loudly kind of appeal to a voice of authority in a kind of overly zealous and obnoxious way that often sort of preys on power imbalances. Okay, boxing ringers. Wells? Maybe? eBay feature. It does look like letter. The problem with these is there are these clues I don't know anything about, like 8+ for Yahtzee. I just have no idea what that's referring to. So, subject of the Netflix series Narcos. Jaunty. Oh, I haven't seen this one. Jaunty, ending with a T. Pert, maybe? That was one I never looked at. Sick. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Old settings for tragedies. What do I think that one is? It looks less likely to be Fora at this point, if this is Pert, which it may or may not be. Midwest Tribe. Oh, right. What did I say this was? Oto or Cree, probably? So I guess I could try each of those. Where many video calls are taken, eBay feature. So if this were Oto, which was my first thought, sick is something. Many video calls are taken at a desk, maybe. That T, setting in a Spike Lee film. That's so incredibly vague. Why is it so vague? It makes it feel like it should be something really iconic and obvious. It probably is, but I can't think what it would be. I mean, he made a Vietnam War film pretty recently, The Five Bloods. He made, what else has he made recently? He made Black Klansman. Where was that set? I don't specifically remember what state. It doesn't look like that would be the answer, though, because it would need to be an abbreviation of a state. So is it one of his older films? It's so vague. I don't understand. I don't know. eBay feature. Something that people like to see break. Right. Rain. You want the rain to break? To let up? Sick. Old settings for tragedies. Oh, Odia, as in the Odeon. Right. The plural. Although this doesn't look very good, does it? eBay feature. Oh, maybe this is wrong. Oh, no, yeah, no, something's wrong. eBay feature. eBay feature. What is that getting at? eBay feature. I don't know. Rain looks less good in terms of the crosses for this one. Does that help me? I'm very sorry about this. This really is the toughest. This really is the toughest crossword. I can't even think of words. The toughest crossword I've solved in a while. It probably isn't even. I don't know, but I'm not doing very well. Okay, what do I think about these basketball venues centers? Oh, that's so obvious. That's so incredibly blindingly obvious. You could have a center. It's a name for many players in many different sports. So Andea, Andra, maybe. So tops. Oh, Acme's, as in the highest point, the Acme. This is so ridiculous. Oh, errands are the context of a list. It is Andra. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Fine. Good. So this probably. Oh, Escobar. Pablo Escobar. That he must be portrayed in Narcos. Okay, I didn't know that, but that's very plausible. Big drug sort of kingpin. So eBay feature. Oh, lowercase letter. It's just there's literally a lowercase letter in the word eBay at the beginning. Okay. 8+ for Yahtzee ages. I have no idea what this is. I hope it's actually correct. I hope I don't have a cross wrong there. Something that people like to see break. Maybe it is the rain. Is it? Oh, no, it isn't. Dawn, the break of dawn, of course. It's good to see because it's a sunrise. It's beautiful. So sick is so dope, so it's good in this context. And then something, setting in a Spike Lee film. Oh, Sal's. It's Sal's Pizzeria from Do the Right Thing. I was sitting here racking my brain trying to think of sort of settings in a broader sense of a city name or a country name or something, or a state name. But no, it's a particular location inside one of his films, fictionally, and it's Sal's famous pizza. eBay features lowercase letter. Wow. That was really aggravating. I don't blame the constructors at all. I'm not trying to say that wasn't a good puzzle. I'm just saying I was not on form. That was really, really not my finest moment. But there we go. I solved it. I really liked the puzzle. I wish I had been more up to the task. So let's see. We had quite a few grid spanning answers, which I do really enjoy and appreciate. Lowercase letters, senatorial seats, Alaskan king crab, snake in the grass, signs point to yes, ice cold beer here. I mean, it's very impressive construction. There's so few black cells to break this up. I mean, it really is an incredibly legitimate piece of crossword setting, if you see what I mean. I mean, there isn't even a single clue of 3 words long, and you find those very frequently in order to just kind of connect things and fill in with some useful letters. I mean, there wasn't very little in this puzzle felt kind of forced in there. It's just that I was not solving very well. It's a great grid. I really, really appreciate it. And just in the sense of its construction, how open it is, how absolutely densely packed this grid is. It's really nice. Good range of answers. I was just not awake. Anyway, that's my excuse, I suppose. All right, well, that's that for this video. I'm going to go get some sleep, which I clearly need, and should be back tomorrow for the Saturday crossword. So do join me for that, the second of 2 themeless puzzles. We'll see if it takes a step up in difficulty from this, and maybe at least a corresponding step up in mental acuity from me. We'll see on both of those counts. In any case, thank you for joining me to the end of the video. If you've stuck it out, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.